Pokemon Go just dropped their content update for July. This may be the best month we've ever seen in Pokemon Go history, and I'm gonna show you why. Let's get straight into the calendar, and I'm gonna kick off with our 5-star Shadow Raid boss for the month of July, which is gonna be Shadow Palkia coming into rotation. Shadow Palkia originally comes from the Sinnoh region. It has a max CP of 4512, an attack of 280, defense 215, and stamina of 189. It is a dual dragon and water type Pokemon, so how does this translate as an attacker? Well guys, as a water type attacker, it's currently the 15th best in the game, and as a dragon type attacker, it's the 12th best in the game. But in the Master League though, it shines probably the best in my opinion. It's currently hovering around the 15th spot, which I think is tremendous, a really good way to kick off the month. That's Shadow Palkia out of the way, but what is going to be our 5-star raid bosses for this month? From the 1st to the 5th of July, we are going to see the return of the Cantonian birds. Moltres right now is currently the 30th best fire type attacker, and it's a much better flying type attacker though, breaking into the top 10. Zapdos is still a solid pick. It's currently the 17th best electric type attacker and the 27th best flying type attacker. In the Ultra League and Master League as well, this is probably the one bird that could feature quite prominently. In the Ultra League, it's currently hovering around the 100th spot, and the Master League, it's currently hovering around the 80th spot. Articuno's up next. It is a brilliant shiny, but unfortunately it's probably the worst of the Cantonian birds. It's the 33rd best ice type attacker and not even breaking to the top 100 for a flying type attacker, so other than the shiny here, it's probably a skip. Then from the 15th to the 21st, we are going to see the return of Kyogre. It's very interesting because we would have just seen this in Go Fest, but if you weren't aware, Kyogre going into Primal Kyogre is currently the best water type attacker in the game. You will need Origin Pulse on this Pokemon, and you will be able to get Primal Energy, as we're going to discuss in a little bit, for the month ahead. Up next, from the 22nd to the 28th, we are going to see the return of Solgaleo, and for the very first time in Pokemon Go, Solgaleo can be shiny, taking on that like beautiful red. And remember that Solgaleo can fuse with Necrozma to become Duskmane Necrozma. And then our last raid boss for the month, we are going to see the return again of Kyurem from the 29th until the 4th. Kyurem in its base form, as you can see, isn't the best dragon or ice type attacker, but it's its fusions. White Kyurem, which is the best ice type attacker in the game and one of the best dragon type attackers in the game, and Black Kyurem is currently the 2nd best ice type attacker in the game and a solid dragon type attacker, but it's in the Master League as well. These Pokemon are almost always in the top 10 in the Gold Battle League, in the Master League, which is incredible, but most importantly, they will also have the adventure effects with Free Shock on Black Kyurem and Ice Berm on White Kyurem. Let's move on to Mega Raids. From the 1st until the 5th, we are going to see the return of Mega Lucario, and it will be returning on the 13th and 14th, just like it was for the Kanto birds. Mega Lucario right now is an outstanding Pokemon. A max CP of 4325, but its attack value is key, sitting at over 310. Currently making it the 6th best steel type attacker in the game, but it is currently the best fighting type attacker in the entirety of Pokemon Go. This is definitely one Pokemon you want to get Mega Energy for. It could come in handy during these Go Fest raids. Mega Lucario will be swapping out with Mega Sceptile, which will be coming in on the 15th to the 21st. Mega Sceptile is a dragon and grass type Pokemon, so it's a great Pokemon to get to Mega level 3, but Mega Sceptile is currently the best grass type attacker in the entire game, which is absolutely incredible, and even as a dragon type, it's breaking to the top 20. This is definitely a Pokemon you want to be getting Mega Energy for, so you can get it to hopefully at one day Super Max level. Bear in mind, Mega Sceptile does need Frenzy Plant to be the #1 best grass type attacker, which will require an Elite Charge TM. Then from the 22nd until the 28th, we have the return of Mega Salamence coming into Pokemon Go. Let me just say, I think this is one of the most underrated Megas in the game. At level 50, it's sitting at 5688 CP, which is monstrous, an attack value of over 300, which makes this Pokemon to be the 7th best dragon type attacker, and recently, within the last year or so, it got access to Fly, which means it's made this Pokemon the 5th best flying type attacker in the game as well. Very underrated, especially if you don't have Mega Rayquaza. Then our last Mega Raid for the month, from the 29th until the 4th of August, is going to be Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron has some solid stats, a max CP of 4705, but that attack value is a little bit low at 247. Its defense is very good though at 331. This is still a solid attacker. It is the 16th best steel type attacker in the game. There are better Megas like Mega Metagross and of course that Duskmane Necrozma I just mentioned, but if you're a new or returning player, Mega Aggron's a good one to go for. But let's just touch on the raid hours for the entirety of the month specifically. The first raid hour is going to be featuring on the 1st from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. That's going to be featuring the Cantonian birds. Remember that 1 in 20 shiny rate. The next Wednesday will be cancelled out because of the Road of Legends event, which we will cover in a little bit. But the very next week on the 15th, Kyogre will have its own raid hour. On the 22nd is going to be Solgaleo, and on the 29th is going to be Kyurem. Spotlight hours are returning for the month of July, which I absolutely love, and to be honest, they're looking pretty good. The first Spotlight hour of the month on Tuesday the 2nd is going to be featuring Pidgey. The bonus there is going to be 2 times evolution XP. The very next Thursday is not going to be available because of the Road of Legends event. The following Thursday on the 16th is going to be featuring Zubat in the Spotlight hour. The bonus there is going to be 2 times catch XP. The following Thursday on the 23rd is going to be Eevee. The bonus there is going to be 2 times catch candy. And the last Thursday of the month on the 30th is going to be 2 times transfer candy, which is going to be featuring Bidoof. Up next, what you should really do is subscribe. The reason why you want to do that is we cover Pokemon Go content every single week, every single event. We've got Go Fest coming up, and believe me, it can get very, very overwhelming, and this is going to be your one-stop shop to get every single piece of information available. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I think it's is it this side? Let's just have a look at our research breakthrough box, which is going to be happening for the entirety of the season, including July. This is going to be coming from your 7th day stamp after completing field research tasks every single day. Once you get that 7th day stamp, you will get an encounter with a reward Pokemon, including premium items. Some of those Pokemon can be Dragonite, Axew, Honedge, Jangmo-o, Indeedee male and female, as well as Cloth. Next up, we have to talk about our Max Mondays, which is going to be featuring certain Max Pokemon also for that week. First up, we have Chansey on Monday the 6th from 6 to 7 p.m. local time. D-Max Chansey going into Blissey has stood the test of time. It is still one of the best tanks in Pokemon Go. The best thing about this Pokemon though is that it has access to the fast move Pound, which is a really good move for D-Max battles because it charges the Dynamax meter very quickly, and if we have a look at the defensive stats and HP stats of Blissey, it is astronomical. This is why it's such a good Pokemon to get. You need to try and get a 96 or above, especially in defense and stamina. The very next week, our Max Monday is going to be featuring the debut of D-Max Dino for the very first time in Pokemon Go, going into D-Max Hydreigon, and let me just tell you, this Pokemon is looking really good. If you get a really good IV set, remember with Brutal Swing, which was just the recent Community Day Classic, this Pokemon is the 12th best dark type attacker in the game, but more specifically as a max attacker, the reason why this Pokemon is so good is have a look at its fast moves. It gets 2 fast moves that are half a second fast moves in different types. It gets access to Bite as well as Dragon Breath. This, again, like Blissey, is going to charge that Dynamax meter a lot quicker, and because this Pokemon is more of an attacking Pokemon, it could be very valuable to use in certain scenarios. Up next, from the 20th to the 26th with a Max Monday on the 20th is going to be featuring D-Max Trubbish going into D-Max Garbodor. Honestly, I'm not going to spend too much time. This is very much a dex filler. Move on. Our last Max Monday of the month from 6 to 7 p.m. local time on the 27th is going to be featuring the debut of D-Max Phoebus going into D-Max Milotic. It is a stunning Pokemon, as we all very know, one of the most beautiful Pokemon in the game. If we have a look at its base stats, you can see that its attack stat isn't very high, but its defense and HP stats are solid. So to be honest, as a tanking option, this Pokemon could be good. If we pair this with its fast moves, unfortunately, both its fast moves are 1 second fast moves, which aren't as good as half a second fast moves, so it's not going to charge the Dynamax meter a lot quicker, but to be honest, as a water tank, it could be decent against certain opposition. The mention of Mondays got me thinking about the daily discoveries bonuses for the month of July. Going forward, they have made slight changes, so on Mondays, remember that we can get 1 guaranteed rare XL candy for completing in-person max battles, which is great for things like that Chansey. Showcase Tuesday will be featuring on showcases featuring Pokemon up to 20 different categories, but this month we can enter 5 different Pokemon in showcases to earn premium rewards and of course work towards that Platinum Showcase medal. Also specifically those raid hours we mentioned earlier, if you do in-person raids just like it is for max battles, you will also get a rare guaranteed XL candy, which I think is huge incentive. On Thursdays, GBL Thursdays is still going to be a thing at 4 times Stardust rewards. Remember to claim those Pokemon from the premium track. Friendship Friday has made a few changes, but it is still keeping the bonuses from last month, which is going to be now up to 3 special trades on this day. Trades are going to cost 10% less Stardust. You're going to get a guaranteed 2 XL candy per trade, and last but not least, hugely, trades have a higher chance of going lucky. Please remember to trade on Fridays. Scenic Sunday has had a little revamp. We can encounter Mateo up to 3 times that day. More Pokemon will be spawning in the wild, as well as more Pokemon spawning off incense while exploring routes, and of course while you're doing that you can collect those Zygarde cells. But what events are going down for the month of July? It's looking incredible. First and foremost, on the 4th of July we actually have 2 two events. The first one kicking off at 10 a.m. is going to be the 10th anniversary party, which is going to be bringing back Gimme Ghoul with a new special background that of course can be shiny. But the big thing about this event is that it's going to be 4 times XP and 4 times Stardust for a full 3 days. Remember, I've been telling you through those Team Valor, Team Instinct, and Team Mystic events to be stacking those Pokemon. This is the event you really want to be popping a star piece and catching all those stacked Pokemon on. Also on Saturday is going to be Sobble Community Day from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. That's going to be featuring quarter egg hatch distance. Of course, every Sobble will have a 1 in 25 shiny rate, but the bonuses of the birthday celebration event are going to be carried over that event. So every single Sobble you catch will have 4 times Stardust as well as 4 times XP. That's massive. Then from the 6th until the 10th, we have the Road of Legends event. Guys, this event, to be honest, it's impossible to cover everything here. They are bringing back the gold bottle cap. The lucky trinket will be returning. Every single raid boss that's featured in Pokemon Go will be spawning that week, including fusions, including primals. Everything is going to be spawning, but we're going to be covering that in a completely separate video, which will be out in a few days. Then on the 11th and 12th, we have the biggest event of the year, which is going to be featuring GO Fest Global. Of course, the big hit here is going to be megamewtwo X and megamewtwo Y. megamewtwo X is going to be spawning on Saturday. megamewtwo Y is going to be spawning on Sunday. We do have rotational habitats going down. Again, we're going to be covering everything in a separate video, but so far July is looking incredible. Then from the 13th to the 20th, it was leaked in a blog post that there is going to be a Pikachu celebration event if you like, and that's going to be as part of the 10th year anniversary. But we already know, and I can tell you via leaks, that Popstar and Rockstar Pikachu, which made its debuts in the 2021 Go Fest Global, will be making its return during that event, which is looking sick. And right in the middle of that, on the 18th, is going to be Super Mega Raid Day featuring Mega Raichu, making its debut in Pokemon Go for the very first time. Then from the 21st until the 27th, we are going to have the new 10th year anniversary Ultra Unlock event. Remember, I told you this and I referenced it last year as well. These events are unmissable because they come with huge bonuses, just like it is for the 10th year anniversary event with 4 times catch Stardust and 4 times catch XP. Make sure to play this. And the last thing for the month, it looks like on the 28th, we're going to have to choose a path for a timed research named Fairy Trail, which is going to be featuring a lot of fairy type Pokemon. If you guys want to see everything going on in the current week in Pokemon Go, please check it out above me right here. And the video next to that is going to be covering an event that you definitely want to have a look at because it's going to be naming a few things and tips that you definitely haven't thought of. Guys, this is July. It's absolutely stacked. It's looking like an incredible month. Definitely one of the best months of the year, if not ever, in Pokemon Go. Love you. Catch you in the next one, baby. Shh.